What's up, Star Wars fans? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. Yo, I just got through with The Mandalorian Chapter 2. This is going to be my review, my recap, and 3 questions. I'm going to be honest with you guys. My 3 questions are really the same 3 questions from Chapter 1, but I'm gonna hit y'all with some new information. So, you know, stay tuned for all of that. I don't like to do recaps because that's what everybody else is doing, but I got to give you guys a quick recap to kind of refresh my brain, because I recorded another video about the fan theories and stuff regarding little baby Yoda right before this, right? So I got to refresh my brain, right? So this recap is really for me. All right, so recall that at the end of Chapter 1, right, the Mandalorian is on that planet. I don't know what planet that is. It's not Tatooine, even though I keep wanting to say it's Tatooine. But he goes there on the mission to retrieve little baby Yoda, and he gets some assistance from IG-11 to take down this Nitco faction, who are either guarding, or I don't know what the deal is with them and little baby Yoda, right? So they take them down. IG-11 is like, yo man, we're supposed to terminate the target. Right now, the orders I thought were not to terminate, but you know, your boy what's his name with the Imperial connections is kind of like you know, bounty hunting is crazy business, right? It gets messy sometimes. So, you know, if you need to bring it back, you know, dead, you know, you'll get a smaller reward, but you'll still get something. You'll still be compensated. But at first it was bring it back alive, and yo, here's this piece of Beskar steel, which I always call Mandalorian steel, from playing Star Wars Old Republic, and he was like, yo man, I got a whole lot more. So I'm thinking, in my mind, just the way I interpreted that, yo, if you bring if you bring back this target alive, you're gonna get a bigger reward, meaning more of this Beskar steel. And what does the Mandalorian want? He wants more of that steel, because he's trying to, yo man, he's trying to hook up his gear. He's trying to get, you know, so fresh. Right, so fresh, so clean. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh, so clean. He trying to be so fresh and so clean, like the Outcasts in the 90s. Drop the Outcast reference in a Star Wars video. Only I can do that, not these other. Well, maybe Alex, because he's in the ATL. Maybe Alex and Molly. Actually, only Molly. Only Molly could drop an Outcast reference in a Star Wars video. But anyway, I know some dorks out there that are getting mad that I'm talking about Star Wars, Outcasts, and not Star Wars. So let me appease the dorks, y'all. So anyway, for the dorks. So where was I? Yeah, so he's like, yo man, I need to bring this thing back alive, right? I read some of the reviews like, yo, he was an orphan and he feels empathy for the orphan little baby Yoda. You know what, that might be true, but look, we got to think about money and business, right? This is business. I bring this little baby Yoda back alive, I'm getting more of my armor, right? I needs my armor because I'm trying to be a full-fledged Mandalorian. I'm on a mission for self-discovery. I don't care nothing about them kids. I don't care nothing about them kids. So anyway, he gets back, right? He gets back to his ship, and guess what happened, man? These little Jawa crackheads done stripped his ship. They stripped it clean. Oh, before that though, that's when he got jumped by the Trandoshans. And I can't remember. No, I think I said that in the other video. That's what the problem when I record videos back to back. I can't remember what I said in one video versus the other, and these aren't scripted right now because my teleprompter's back in the USA. But anyway, so the Trandoshans are trying to kill little baby Yoda. So when I'm watching this, I'm like, yo man, why is everybody, all the other bounty hunters are trying to kill this kid? I don't think they got the orders to bring it in alive. They want it dead. Why does the Empire want this thing dead, but this doctor who's working for the Kaminoans talking about, at least he's got the Camino patch, right? Camino the cloners, Attack of the Clones. Yo, remember? this doctor is talking about bring it in alive. I want it alive. So is he trying to experiment? He trying to clone the Baby Yoda's DNA? Like, what's the deal that he wants it alive? And you know, Werner Herzog, his character. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get the names down. I'm gonna start taking notes and get all the names down for future videos. We're gonna be talking about the Mandalorian a lot. I got a feeling I'm gonna be talking about this show a lot. Probably at least 2-3 times a week between episodes. But Werner Herzog's character is like, yo, man, I think he was telling people to bring it back dead. Bring back a dead little Baby Yoda, right? We gonna cut this motherfucker open like a science fair, like a 9th grade biology frog or something, right? My little green friend. Speaking of which, little Baby Yoda ate a frog. He swallowed that motherfucker whole like Jar Jar did. My little green friend. So anyway, what happened? All right, so his ship got stripped. He's trying to fight the Jawas and their little Jawa sandcrawler thing. Gets his butt stomped. And Nick Nolte Ugnaught, homeboy, I have spoken. Nick Nolte Ugnaught comes out and is like, yo, man, you got to trade with him. So they're like, we want this egg. And he goes to this big rhinoceros, woolly mammoth looking thing and tries to fight it because he's got to get an egg from its nest. Either that or it was protecting the egg. But I'm assuming that was its nest, right? And that's when we find out little Baby Yoda's got the Force. Little Baby Yoda force lifted that mofo and held it in place and then passed out because, hey, man, we saw Ezra do something like that. It's like they overexert themselves when they, you know, but, hey, another thing, little Baby Yoda used the Force. Little Baby Yoda ain't had no Jedi training. You don't need training to use the Force. There was also a point where I thought little Baby Yoda was going to try to heal the Mandalorian, and because he was like reaching out, and I think he had a cut on his arm from fighting the Trandoshans, and he was like, no, and then he, you know, finally he put the little Baby Yoda back in the crib, and then shut the crib, and, you know, kept it moving, right? But I wanted to see that. I was like, yo, man, is little Baby Yoda about to use the Force to heal? Spoilers for episode 9, but the rumor is that Rey has these Force healing abilities, right? So one video I was like, yo, Rey is like a Jedi sage and a Jedi shadow and a Sith sorcerer, and she's gonna have like all these powers in episode 9 that we haven't ever seen in the movies, but you have seen them in video games. It might piss people off. I kind of don't care because I was joking, 2 years ago, and I was like, yo, man, I want to see Rey unleash the Force. The Force Unleashed. Give Rey all the Force abilities, and that just might happen in episode 9. But I was really hoping that little Baby Yoda would display some of those abilities that we might see from Rey in episode 9. But we didn't quite get to see them. We saw him use the Force just a little teeny tiny bit, which was cool enough to confirm that, yes, this child is Force sensitive, right? I mean, the episode was called The Child. And then, you know, of course, little Baby Yoda helps Mandalorian get the egg, takes the egg back to the Jawas. They eat the yolk and oh yeah. So while I was watching this episode with my girl, she kept asking me, like, what are the Jawas saying? At some point they said a word, and in Thai it means dick, right? So apparently the Jawas language is like, they're speaking Thai. They're saying cuss words in Thai, like real fast, like, right? And they're sitting there calling each other stinky motherfuckers. And, man, I'll punch you in the dick and all kind of shit, man. That's what my girl said, man. She's Thai, so she was like, why are they saying that? And I was like, what? And then she like grabbed my thing and she was like, they keep talking about dicks. And I don't know, maybe she was trying to get freaky and she was, I don't know, man. It might have been a little combination of both, but I kind of feel funny. I'm like staring right at Lord Buddha, staring at the big Buddha statue, and I'm talking about Jawas talking about dicks and stuff. Y'all never, hey man, y'all never get it something like this from a Star Wars channel, right? I just told y'all Jawas talking about dicks in Thai. That's some Star Wars trivia you never thought you won't hear that on Star Wars Theory or Star Wars Explained. Except I tweeted it to Alex and Molly, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to say that in his review. So my friend Prince at Urban Acolyte TV said that the Jawas, while they were driving their sandcrawler, were talking about dicks the whole time. But anyway, so let's get to the 3 questions, right? So what were the 3 questions from chapter 1's review video? I don't remember the questions in order, but the first one I'm pretty sure had something to do with the hero's journey, the development of the Mandalorian's character. So my man Din, what's his name, like Din Gerald or something like that? Din Djarin? DJ? I'm gonna call him DJ because I know the initials are DJ. Din Djarin something. So DJ, he doesn't know much about the Force, right? He was like, what is this kid? I don't know. I really don't know what happened, you know, with the woolly mammoth rhinoceros monster. But you know, he's learning, right? I'm looking at his character progression as far as his armor, acquiring the armor, right? I don't know if what he's doing right now is heroic, but he seems to have some kind of honor, right? He told Nick Nolte Ugnaught, you know, I really value your help. I would love for you to be on the team. And Nick Nolte Ugnaught was like, no, man, you must not know what Ugnaughts do, man. I've been a servant, right? He was probably there on, he probably helping Lando out on Cloud City, and right? I'm glad he wasn't snorting and all that Ugnaught shit, but you know, he really, you know, was grateful for the assistance rebuilding his ship, and you know, with the little lizard things from the first chapter, I forgot what they are. It doesn't matter. I know somebody's gonna correct me anyway, so it don't matter. But like I said, I don't know if what he did was really heroic, right? Because it's like, I got to bring in Baby Yoda so I can get more Beskar steel, right? So we're going to have to wait for chapter 3, wait to see what he does when he gets there. But the next, and this bleeds into the next question, what is little Baby Yoda? Actually, that was the third question. The second question was, what does all of this have to do with the bigger story? We still don't know what the bigger story is, so I need to say that. I need to make question 2, question 3. Question 2 regarding little Baby Yoda. Yes, little Baby Yoda is Force sensitive. Where did little Baby Yoda come from? What is his story, or their story? Because we don't know if it's a he or a she. Is this Yaddle's kid? Did Yaddle and Yoda hook up? Were they knocking boots, you know, behind closed doors? Or if they were the last of their species, technically the Jedi are like, yo, man, y'all need to do something. Y'all need to hook up and make some eggs and fertilize the eggs. Whatever it is your species does, y'all need to do it to ensure the survival of your species. So, I mean, hey, man, Yoda and Yaddle could have been getting it on. We don't know. And they could have been completely fine under Jedi rules. What happened to Yaddle between The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones? Where did she go in that 10-year span where she just kind of disappeared, where, you know, by the time of the Jedi Purge, we don't know anything about her, right? Where is she? Where did she go? Did she die? Is this her kid? Did she hide it? What's the deal, yo? All we know is this kid is Force sensitive, and we don't know what's going to happen, right? Are they just going to write this kid off? Is DJ going to turn the kid in, and that's the end of it? It's going to be a lab rat experiment? We don't know. So there's questions there. What is going on with this kid, and is his story going to connect to the Mandalorian story? Meaning, is the Mandalorian going to end up responsible for this kid? And that bleeds into the third question, is what is the bigger story? What really is the bigger story here, right? We know we're going to deal with, I mean, what we were presented, and this is the plot in the first 2 episodes, is that the Mandalorian sent on a mission. He's supposed to retrieve something, and he retrieves it and is like, yo, man, I'm not about to let this happen. Maybe he turns the kid over, and then it's like, oh, shit, what did I do? and then he spends the rest of the time fighting the Empire and whatever else, and that's where we discover what the bigger story is, was going out here on the Outer Rim on these planets where there's basically lawlessness. We get introduced to this Moff who's basically a warlord, like, yo man, the Empire is falling, the New Republic is not out here doing anything, so I'm gonna be the enforcer. I'm gonna impose my will out here, and I'm calling the shots, right? And that could, maybe that Moff is down with whatever Palpatine's contingency is. We really don't know. Well, the bigger contingency, we really don't know. So there's a whole lot to uncover, to unpack here, to discover. And I feel, hey man, this is chapter 2. We got 6 more chapters to go, 8-chapter series in season 1. There's a lot to discover, a lot to unpack, and the only thing we know right now is that the Mandalorian's about to add to his armor. He's about to get at least one new piece, if not the full set. Now, I've seen pictures from, you can watch the trailers and see that he completes his armor, but I mean, maybe he's gonna upgrade more stuff. We don't know. Maybe, you know, chapter 2, he's like brand new, right? But that's something to look forward to. The Mandalorian completing his kit, getting his jetpack, completing his Beskar steel, leveling up his skills and his abilities, becoming a hero and not just a loner, right? Becoming a hero, right? He invited Nick Nolte, little Ugnaught Nick Nolte, into his team, into his tribe, and he declined. We know, you know, he's got to go from being a loner to having a family, right? Because that's a Star Wars thing, right? In the video games, the movies, everything. You start out alone and you end up with a family. What is his family? Is little baby Yoda part of that family? Is the family's mission to protect and safeguard this future leader of the Jedi, potentially, right? We don't know, but I don't feel like, I know I had somebody say this is a one-off thing. I don't think this is a one-off thing, that this kid, that he rescued this kid and that's it. I think little baby Yoda is going to be part of the team, part of the family. Maybe he turns the kid over and then comes back. Even IG-11, right? I don't, or maybe there's another IG droid that comes along later. But, you know, I thought the IG-11 would be a sidekick, and then he shoots it in the head. What's the story there, right? When is Gina Carano's character coming into play, right? What's going to happen if he doesn't turn little baby Yoda over, and like I said, these other bounty hunters are out to kill this kid? That right there could be your story, right? Is that he finds out what's really going on and why the Empire seems to want this kid dead, and he's being hunted by other bounty hunters in the Bounty Hunter Guild, which means he's on the run, right? He's on the run and he's fighting, and he's, you know, that right there that's enough for me. That's enough. I don't know. What about you guys? What do you guys see happening? I know I've rambled on long enough, so I'm gonna end this. How do you guys feel about chapter 2? And what do you think? What are your projections for where this story is going to go for the remainder of season 1? So let me know your thoughts down below. Like I said, this is just to get the conversation started. Y'all continue the discussion in the comments. I'll be checking in to see what you all have to say. And if you want to have this discussion, it don't just have to be on YouTube. You can help me out by posting it on Facebook with the questions that I just gave you guys. Post it on Twitter, get the conversations going there, and tag me in them so I can see the discussions as they happen, because hey man, that's what I'm here to do, man. I'm not here to give y'all weak theories and stuff. I want to get people thinking critically about Star Wars and the hero's journey and the character development so that they can apply it to their own lives. So that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed already, click on that subscribe button. Take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Embark on the journey to become the hero of your own story, become a force for change in your community. Like I said, if you want to continue to help the community, share this video, tell your friends what we got going on here, and that's all I got for this one. So thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you always.